Last weekend, it wasn't the ports that were hit in Odessa, but residential areas, including shops, hospitals, and schools. Many residents believe Russia's pullout from the grain deal, which allowed Ukraine to keep exports, most notably a considerable portion of the world's food supply, moving through the Black Sea, has left them vulnerable and made their ports a target.
I know in our city people had the opinion that they were being protected by the Green Deal. It's true. I have the same opinion. My family has the same opinion.
Others say the recent spate of attacks and the deal may be unrelated, as violence continued throughout the year in which the deal was in place. Now, the usual lines of cargo ships on the Black Sea are gone. But officials say food products are still moving, just at a much slower rate, and the consequences are vast.
This is a problem not just for Ukraine, but our farmers need to sell their products and receive their money to seed next year's harvest. It's also a problem for the world. Because of the lack of food, prices are growing fast for all kinds of agricultural products.
Global food prices rose as much as 20% when the Ukraine war began, but came back down after the grain deal was put into place. Prices are already again on the rise. The World Food Programme relies on Ukraine for more than half of the wheat it uses to feed the poorest people in the Middle East and Africa. Inside Ukraine, officials say they may be able to export roughly one-third the amount they did in pre-war years. But that's not enough to keep the farming industry thriving and port cities alive.
We had rain and all the conditions for a good harvest. Unfortunately, in war conditions like this, we are happy for the harvest, but we wish it would come in a peaceful time when we can sell the grain without the threats to our lives, the ports, and our people.
This year, winter is expected to be harder in Ukraine's port cities, with reduced incomes, a reduced availability of electricity, and attacks that seem to have intensified since the end of the grain deal. Heather Murdoch, VOA News, Odessa and Yuzhny, Ukraine.